Hey, Aaron here with Superior Singing Method. And if you've had a chance to see some of the last videos, you've been introduced to Rachel, who was amazing, and she's gonna do the lesson for you today. I'm not even gonna tell you what it's about because it's just gonna be exciting and you need to watch. So here we go, here's Rachel.
Thanks so much, Aaron. As he said, my name is Rachel and I'm one of the coaches here at Superior Singing Method. And today we're gonna talk about breath and placement. Now, you might have seen some of my other videos. I talked about each one of those things in a little more depth. Today, we're actually going to put the two of those things together. This video will stand alone, and so you can learn some things about both of those, but you might want to go check those out as well after this video and just have a little more detail about them. But this one is going to basically show you how to connect those two things together. Now, as I mentioned, the breath, we want to centralize the breath in your core, right? So we did some of these exercises where as we were breathing and then exhaling, right? We were using our core to get the breath out. And we've talked about placement, where placement is here in the front of your face, in kind of a mask is how I like to think of it. And we use sort of the different pieces of our face as kind of the joysticks or like things that sort of move the voice around. So we want to get the breath, this, which I also refer to as the magic carpet ride, but we want to place it here. How do we connect those things? If you've seen any of my videos, you know I love visuals. I love because the voice is invisible. And so I like to think of things in my mind to sort of help me make this work a little bit better. So when I think about placement, I think about a balloon. And if you've ever blown up a balloon, which most of us have, if you blow up the balloon, right, you've got this big balloon after you blow air into it, which is like your belly. What would happen to the balloon if you just let the balloon go? It would go, right? It would just sort of fly all over the place and have no direction, right? It just flows all over and has this almost kind of weird, almost inappropriate sound that comes out of the balloon as well, right? So we want to have a more focused sound. Now, what would happen if I blew the balloon up and then if I take the balloon by the neck and just sort of like squeeze it like this, you get this very centralized, almost like a, right? Sort of a like really pingy, focused sound there. And you can actually, you've seen kids do that with the neck of the, and they all can, almost kind of like make a little song with it even. But that's what placement is. So we are going to drive the breath from here up into the front of our face and how we're going to connect the two. So today I'm going to take you through some exercises because I feel like the exercises or just singing in general is the best context for learning. And so the first one we're going to start with is one that is just a right? Some people, you've probably seen some people do this. It's kind of like a horse exercise or whatever, like a right? But as you're doing it, I want you to think about really focusing on the sound or the breath being right here. So even though it comes from here, I want you to focus the breath into the front of your face. Now, the great thing about this exercise is it's a great way to know if your breath is actually moving, because when the sound stops, it actually means that your breath has stopped. So we're gonna just, again, you know that I love the na-na-na-na, right? But this time we're gonna do this on the. Now, for females, I start on an A, right below middle C. For males, I usually start at a C below middle C. If you are using a piano, because I'm a female, I'm going to start on the A below middle C. So we're going to start here. We're just going to go up 3 notes and down, but we're going to use as we sing. Your face is going to tickle and you're going to want to itch it off, but just bear with me and keep going. When you're doing this, I want you to focus on your core. We've talked about with breathing, you want to tuck just a little bit. And so really think about, as you're singing these 3 notes, think about your core being energized or tucked, right? So you're going to go. Now, as I said, when the sound stops, that means your breath has stopped. So as soon as you go like that, that means your breath has stopped. So then you have to kind of regroup, get back into it, right? Breathe again. You want to take an inhale through your nose and then tuck a little bit as you sing. So let's breathe together. and go. Breathe. As I'm singing, I'm really tucking here. I know you can't maybe see that because of my dress, but I'm tucking here as I'm singing every single note. And then when I inhale again, right, the breath, just like that balloon I talked about, expands. So really think about, I know that's like the most simple thing to think about, but it's really profound. So really think about it as you're singing. Think, is my belly expanding as I'm taking a breath? Inhale, go. Now, as you get higher into this higher range, it's going to feel even narrower. It should feel even narrower right here. So you can almost feel it like if you kind of even scrunch your eyes a little bit, that kind of helps. You want to sort of narrow the sound into this part of your face. So that helps it all. Let's breathe in again and keep going. Scrunch your eyes a little bit. And even right here, I'm feeling the sound right between my eyebrows and my forehead. Go again. And one more. All right, that's a great exercise to do before any warm-up. Even before acting, I'm doing a lot of just to get my voice activated for anything where I want my voice to feel really present or very forward and have that sound. Okay, this next exercise, we're just gonna test. This is one where we're gonna hold a note and we sort of test how long or how effective our breath is in this space. So this is really gonna help you connect the breath into this space. So we're just gonna choose a random note. I'm just gonna choose, that's my mid-range. So I'm gonna choose an E because that's a little higher than a middle C. For me is my mid-range. I'm a mezzo-soprano, and so we'll go with an E. And we're just gonna sing a knee. And what we're gonna do on this is we're gonna inhale, take a breath, and then we're gonna hold the note as long as we can while tucking our belly. And then at the end, do a little bit of ring out or a tuck to get the most, to sort of ring out your lungs or get the most out of your breath. So let's inhale together and sing on knee. Go. Knee. And ring it out. All right? And what you're doing is you're really focusing on, am I singing right in this mask or in the front of my face? Am I singing in my nose and pushing out sound? And at the end, ring it out. And that's just the little tuck. Let's do one more. Let's just go up one note to an F. And we'll start here. Inhale. Now you'll notice right there, you've heard my vibrato sort of come out right there. I can actually, what I was doing is I was joysticking just a little bit here, or that's what I call it, but I'm sort of maneuvering to keep with my face, to keep the voice in this space. And the more that I sort of narrow in or kind of put a little pressure on the voice when it's right here, it actually flows freely and the vibrato comes out automatically. It's really interesting. I can pull that back if I want, but the more that I just sort of push it out right there, the vibrato will just start to flow freely. Really, vibrato, which I'll talk about in another video, is really learning how to just let it go. Just sort of let the voice go and be free as a bird, but we want to sort of control it and pull back all the time. But that's really what this is. So once you can get your breath flowing and into this space, you'll probably find that some vibrato starts to flow out, which is a wonderful thing. Okay, so for this last exercise, I'm going to just take you up 5 notes and down 5 notes. know with the first one we did just 3 notes. This one's going to be with 5. Again, I'm going to start with A, and we're going to sing on knee. And just so you have some practice to not just hold a note, but actually have some different notes in here. So again, keeping this forward, the reason I'm singing knee is because it keeps things kind of nasal or in the front of my face as opposed to na, right? Which ah, eh, those tend to be vowels that sit back here, na, 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 right? You've heard people sing like that. And we want to take the na into the front of your face. So that's what the knee, because it's a brighter vowel, that's what it automatically does. So we're just going to sing knee, 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 knee. And again, I'm activating my core. I'm thinking mentally, again, with that happening or how that's happening. And I know that seems so rudimentary to think about, am I breathing? But I'm telling you, you have to actively think about these things if you're going to create the muscle memory that creates sustainability over time with your singing. So let's start here on this A. We're gonna sing knee, 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 knee. Breathe. Knee, 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 knee. Breathe. Knee, 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 knee. Breathe. Knee, 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 knee. And breathe. Knee, 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 knee. Keep it forward. Now, you'll notice I have some different tones in there, right? On that last one, you heard knee, 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 right? I was able just to, with my joysticks and really the inside of my mouth, kind of lift it a little bit so it wasn't so nasal. I'm going to talk about this in another video, but you can do this once your breath is flowing into the space, you can make these different sounds. So just in case you discover that as you're going along, let's keep going. Breathe, knee, 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 and up, knee, 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 and up, knee, 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 and up, knee, 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 knee. 2 more, knee, 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 knee. Last one, knee, 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 knee. And there you go. So hopefully these exercises will be super helpful for you as you continue to learn how to connect your breath to the front of your face, to the placement. Thank you so much for joining us. And I almost forgot, don't forget to click the link below because we have made this awesome quiz for you guys, which is the Singing Killer Quiz. Over 1.5 million people have taken this quiz and it has helped them so much. In this quiz, we help you identify your #1 singing killer. And then once we've identified that for you, we will send you a personalized video that will help you correct that singing killer that you guys have. And so you can maximize your voice. Also, don't forget to click the bell, the notification bell up below. Subscribe because we want to be with you on this journey. Thanks so much for joining us. Click that link and we'll see you guys next time.